welcome to podcast Trash Can Talk Podcast Season 4. They'll probably just leave all that in there, not even edit it.
Yeah, that's hard. That's
So we got. I wish we could play that thing that goes Bighead on the beat.
I could send it to you.
They'll edit it in, send it over.
Yeah, it's on the internet too.
Palmdale,
Yes.
Lancaster, California.
Yeah, they're the same shit pretty much.
I didn't even know you were from there.
Yeah, bro. I was born out here and I lived in Inglewood until I was like 8 years old, and then I moved to Palmdale with my dad.
What does your dad do?
My dad was a engine builder at Honda Performance Development.
So you ride dirt bikes?
Do I ride them now?
Then.
I rode them then since I was 5 years old.
How often have you been to Glamis?
Never. We like make fun of people that go to Glamis. We call them like weekend warriors because I was like homeschooled to go racing. And my mom would take me to the track during the
So
week.
it's like, just if you're in anywhere else in the United States watching this, say you're like an inner city kid, maybe you would grow up to be a basketball player, fucking baseball player. If you're from Palmdale or Lancaster, you're going to be a pro dirt biker, right?
Yeah. Paul George is from Palmdale.
Is that the like...
He's a basketball player. There's like hella football players from Palmdale. There's a lot of talent from Palmdale because you have nothing to do except whatever you like to do, you know? Like whatever sport you do, or because there's no clubs out there.
Yeah.
There's nothing you're going to get. You're either going to be on meth or you're going to do a sport.
That's what I was heading with it too. Take this and go boom right here.
What, this?
Yeah.
Like that?
There you go. You hear that? The difference in that?
Yeah,
oh, it doesn't not stay?
Yeah, it doesn't stay.
Oh my God.
Here,
We're gonna have to
now, yeah.
We'll have to fix that by the next episode.
No, now it's good. It's good now.
It's because it's missing. Yeah, you're good.
It's good now.
Okay. And known for your producer tag, Bighead on the beat. What year was it that you took off?
I think my career started taking off in like 2016. But bro, I was always making money off beats though since like the first year I started, because I was selling them online, and I was making more money online selling beats than I was making off rappers.
Are you one of the biggest things to come from Palmdale, Lancaster?
Yeah, for sure.
Did they ever have you talk?
Well, there's Afro, man.
But did they ever have you come talk to the high schools or?
Damn, I never thought about that. I never thought about doing that. I didn't even go to the high schools.
Where'd you go?
To this charter school. It's like a you go there for one day. It's like a continuation school.
Right.
So you go there one day, you get your packet, and then you just do your work, come back the next week, take a test.
Do you know about these?
I don't know about that. I kind of know about these. My daughter likes them.
Well, your daughter's in luck tonight. Hold on, don't rip it yet. Your daughter's in luck because I'm going to let you take one of these home.
All right.
Probably both of them, actually. But yeah, this right here, though, is a Laboo Figurine. So let me see that. Whose is that?
This?
Yeah. I need it. I'm going to borrow it. Is it dead? It is. Hold on.
You want to use mine?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's dead. Damn, my bad.
All right. This is where the magic happens. Ali Beck, he's going to become like a cat. We're going to have to bring him on.
Yeah.
Because I always talk to him now, but here we go. So it's like,
my camera's
look at the side. I know, it's fine. Okay, you're gonna open it now. Show us the front. All right, let's see the side.
This side.
Okay, now look at it and tell us which one you want to give to your daughter the most. There's also a secret, so if you hit that, then you give it back to me, I'll sell it.
Sleeping.
Okay.
I don't know. The secret one.
Go for it. Well, the secret, if we get it, we're selling it.
Facts.
Right.
Facts.
Don't look at the card. Just pull the bag out, rip it, blind. There you go.
Does the card tell you?
Yeah. I hate that it does.
It's
Is that the laying down one?
ab roller.
Let's see it. Bring it over to this.
Damn, that's kind of hard.
I know. They all are. There's a reason why. Let me do that.
Hey,
Oh, my gosh.
Hey, I really believe that they're haunted, though.
They're not. This figurine has fur on it.
Real fur?
Feel it.
Yeah.
All right, now you gotta hold the camera and film me. Right here, we're gonna open the Monsters One Piece. I think this is like Japanimation. I always only want the secret, so I hope I get it. If we don't get it, we'll give it.
Hey, this is gonna be a secret.
So you're saying you hit with beats. If you went back to Palmdale, Lancaster, you could be speaking at high school.
Yeah, but I feel like they wouldn't even give a fuck.
They will.
Those high schools out there. I don't know. Maybe they would though.
It's like, dude, I remember there's a band called Simon Says. They toured the high schools. They came to our high school and like,
Yeah,
everyone lost their mind.
I would do it.
It's like
That would be sick.
If anyone
Palmdale High School or something.
comes to your high school,
It's cooler.
did
It's cooler
anything.
doing than whatever you were gonna do that day. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And that alone is worth going.
Yeah.
But you broke in the scene with the Gucci Gang beat.
Yeah, that was what changed my life at that time. But what led up to that was still other big songs.
Let's walk through it.
Like I had met Famous Dex. Whoa, this guy plugged me with Famous Dex. I had songs with Dex, which led to me meeting Little Tracy, making songs with Tracy, then meeting Peep, making songs with Peep, and then I met Pump, or Smoke Perp, and then Pump. And then that happened. And then after the Pump thing, everyone was hitting me up. And I worked with Young Boy and a bunch of other people.
What was the drug use like then?
The drug use started like around the Famous Dex era on my own shit. Like I had friends from Palmdale.
Right.
And I never did drugs until like 18. And then once they unlocked me, I was super unlocked.
Yeah.
Yeah, like instantly the same week. But yeah, now I was just doing regular shit like Xanax, drinking, cocaine, just like simple
Just regular partying.
partying.
So it's like you go in the studio, pop a Xan.
Oh yeah, but once I tried a Xan and got used, it was like, cause I had money for a 19-year-old, 20-year-old, like
With the
I
beats.
was selling beats online that I could like get a good amount of drugs and be like lasting. I never had to worry about like, damn, I need that. I had it. Like so, once I started, it was every day. It wasn't no party thing.
Walk me through the music you were listening to at the time to create these beats.
Future. So
All Future.
Remember, like Future dropped a bunch of those albums,
Yeah.
like back to back. He had like a crazy run, and like it was talking about Xans, perks, drink, like a bunch of lean talk, and it was just a vibe. It was just, and the beats and the production was so good because he was like linking up with people, like he would link up with producers and make whole projects with just that producer or that few producers, a couple producers. And that shit was just inspiring. So I was listening to that. I was inspired by that, but I was also listening to like all the emo stuff. Like I was listening to Peep and Tracy before I met them. I found them on SoundCloud. Some girl showed me them.
What about like, did you ever listen to actual emo shit?
Yeah.
Or is that like,
Nah, my dad was a guitar player, so I grew up listening to all types of emo. And I had this one girlfriend, this girl that took my virginity, that was like, that listened to mad emo music.
name some of them?
I don't know, bro. She just always listened to that shit.
How old were you when you lost it?
I was, I think 14 or 15. 14, I think, or 15. That
What?
shit was magical.
I bet.
That shit was tight.
Tell me about it. Is that weird though, because you're young, to talk about on this thing?
Nah, bro, I think it's regular.
Okay,
Everyone
let's
goes
hear
through
about it.
It was just like, I think it was at my dad's house. Incredible.
How old
bro.
was she?
She was my age. Nah, she was 1 year older than me.
Did she
Yeah.
know what she was doing, or you guys figured it out?
I think she told me she was a virgin too, but you know, like I don't believe that.
She just knew all the moves.
Not even knew the moves. It was just like too comfortable, and I was like scared.
It might have just been magic.
Nah.
No?
Nah. I don't know. Maybe not. I believe her. I mean, she's a cool girl. I know her like as an adult now. We've talked. Like she's a cool.
Did she grow up to be hot?
Yeah, she's hot.
She's gonna watch this?
Nah,
Okay.
she follows me.
Okay, so it's weird too, cause it says that you said in a interview that Blink-182 inspired you. Have you said that before?
Yeah, Blink was a big inspiration. You know, Sleeping with Sirens.
Yeah. Okay.
I like when dudes have girly voices.
Right.
That's the best singing to me.
Did you ever say that Blink-182 inspired the Gucci Gang melody?
No, I said that like Maybe I did. I don't remember. I was fucked up all the time. I was just saying shit.
I was experimenting with minimalist melodies.
Yes, I
kind
did
of like
say
Blink
that.
182 with punk simplicity.
Yeah. I did say something like that, but not that complex.
It literally quoted you as saying that.
Maybe I'm a genius. Then. Or fuck, like where's the heroin in this game?
Right.
Fuck. Yeah, I was saying that like you gotta make. Most of the biggest songs in the world are like 3-year-olds re-sing them. You know?
Yeah.
Like, you know that song that's recently big. That's like "Pretty Little Baby."
Okay.
know?
What is
And
it?
it's like from the 60s or something.
Right. Yeah.
But it's so simple that my daughters like could sing it. Dun,
Yeah.
And then the melody's like dun, 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 dun. It's so catchy. If you could hum it, it's probably a hit.
You know what's crazy too though is all my well, no, I'm gonna say I was gonna say all my kids, but Malachi and his brothers and sisters they do music, right? So
Yeah.
Malachi plays drums, all the instruments. I think he's more leaning towards singing,
Yeah.
but they can listen to White Stripes and fucking play it on an instrument.
Yeah.
That dude, okay, so obviously, since I know, like I always say this, that Soulja Boy, Crank That,
Yeah.
it's played in every. I'm like, if you've been to a soccer, when people say I've never heard of him, I say, have you ever been to a soccer, basketball, football, baseball, any game? Have you ever been to a bar mitzvah? Have you ever been to a fucking wedding, right? But the same thing with Seven Nation Army.
What,
You know what
wait,
song?
What song by
White
Seven?
Stripes.
How does it go?
I'll play it. The good thing about having these fucking microphones too is I use Heat Press Nation.
What is that?
That's our heat press guy that we went through in the beginning. It's crazy. I think I've met that guy before.
Dun, dun, dun. Yeah.
You think
That's probably like the most famous bass line ever.
the same thing? The same thing as a Soulja Boy.
Yeah.
It's at everything, every game.
Well, bro, the thing is,
What do you think about? Is this aligned with what you're saying too? When it comes to musically?
yeah, I think that's why there's less hits in the rap industry right now.
Why?
Or the rap genre, because things are. I think the producers are.
Going too crazy.
They're taking so much fucking Adderall. All these kids been on Adderall since they're 4 years old. These little white kids, and now they're like, I'm making beats, and they're
Yeah.
adding a bunch of songs and sounds, and it's just too many sounds, bro. Like, just use 4 sounds and then call it a day and go to the next one. I think the simpler it is, the human could comprehend it more.
Yeah.
It's too much sound. It sounds cool. It sounds talented, but not catchy.
Like, but that's the thing too. There's these new guys. I mean, okay.
I think making catchy music is harder to do than making complex music.
What do you think of Blunt? Dave Blunt.
Dave Blunt's genius.
Okay.
That's how
Now-
you make hits.
Okay. There's the other.
Simple, catchy melodies.
There's that other guy that like he says like 5 words, then he says the next, and he punches in. I can't remember his name. My kids love him, but I can't remember his name. My kid.
Wait,
I wish I almost am about. Oh no, I can't face.
they
it
all
now.
do that.
I know, but there's one. Even Kanye posted him. He was like on him before he was on Blunts. He posted him on his story.
But I just think that their songs are too complex now, and like other genres are still keeping it simple. But I don't know. Like, there's been a lot of big albums drop recently, and I feel like they didn't get played as much as their old shit because it was just so complicated. to
Who?
hear. Look at like Uzi's project didn't do that well. His last project,
Do you think this last Travis Scott project did good?
that shit is ass.
That's what I've been saying.
If he was right here in front of me, I'll say that shit is cheeks, buddy.
You know him good enough to tell him something like that?
No, I don't know him, but I'll tell him.
Yeah.
I heard he's a dick, so fuck him.
Right. We don't know
Is
that
that
though.
negative? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, because we
God,
don't know.
Wait, God bless him. Like,
Right.
I'm tripping. Huh?
But we could tell him like, wait.
that's not.
We'd be like,
positive.
we don't understand what you did here.
Hey, that was the,
But no,
the demon came inside of me first.
I think a lot of
Pause.
people though didn't. You know what I mean?
I just was told that. Hey, anytime someone tells me so and so's a dick and there's a rapper, I'm like, yeah, fuck him.
Right.
Yeah.
Not me.
What if people said that about me? Bighead's a dick.
They do. I've actually heard someone.
Really?
Yeah, there's a girl that came in here that said you're a dick.
Who? Oh, we
I'm
can't
not gonna say it on
yeah, we
here, but
can't
I
say
will
it.
tell you after. And then I actually, the funny thing is when she said this, I said, what interactions did you have with him? And then she's like, well, I just know he is.
Oh, they never talked
And I
to
said,
me?
well, have you ever done, like, have you ever had an interaction? Maybe he was high at the time, or you know what I mean? And they didn't really have one. And then I was like, because I was like, Bighead's like one of the nicer guys. You know what I mean? I was like, out of a lot of the people that I've
Wait,
met.
so they never talked to me?
I don't
this
think
person.
so.
But
So I
know-
think it might have been the same as, you know, with the.
But I met them?
You might have. I'll tell you after who it is. And then with the SoundCloud era rappers, how would you guys describe that style? Is that one style from SoundCloud era? Because when they take everyone and they say that these are SoundCloud rappers, it almost is like if there's one.
Nah, it was just anyone in that 2017, 18, I guess, era.
Who is the ones that really stuck out? And then who are the ones that kind of all you could group together, stuck out, and then we're doing something different that would be grouped in there?
I think Pump stuck out. Dang, I'm like spitting a bunch. Pump. I think Uzi was part of there. Like Cardi was part of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know? And then you had like a little Mosey.
Yeah.
That was the thing with that era. Everyone stood out.
Yeah.
Everyone had their own little sound. That's why it was so sick. And then, you know, then the Peep and the Tracy's came, which they were really stand out because they weren't on no rap shit. It was like emo shit.
Right.
Talking about like Maseratis and shooting yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
this shit is crazy. Like flexing, like I'm doing cocaine and AMG. You know what I'm saying? And I was
Yeah.
like, I fucking relate with that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because they weren't even out there really doing like, it's like we were talking about the kid making music about killing people before this, and you're like, he's probably never been in a fight. So they weren't even trying to do that when a lot of people would be trying, huh?
Yeah, and then like they were just really on that emo shit.
And you think that's why people resonate so hard with them? Because they didn't try to really.
I think because when you hear the music, you know it's like, damn, only a real emo person will
Right,
say
right.
that shit. Like, because I think that
Yeah.
shit, you know? Like, and I heard the music and I was like, because some people, I would show some homies and they just couldn't relate. But with me, it touched me so deeply. I was like, bro, I got to make this type of shit. Like, I wanted to make that so bad.
Well, dude, that's the thing, too, because I always say this. So, like, obviously, you guys are here, the younger. So, I stood very stern on the fact that Peep wasn't a Kurt Cobain. But now that I talk to people who Peep is that, I understand. Because Kurt Cobain was that for us because of our age.
Yeah, that's all it is.
So, like, for me to be older, because I'm trying to say, like, this is how I think about it. And I bet anyone, too, like, older people that are like, well, Kurt Cobain could write a whole album. He could sit down with the guitar. He could jump on the drums. He could do this. He could orchestrate it. He could write the things. He could write the lyrics.
Yeah.
He could chord progressions, this. It goes with, you know what I mean? It's a whole thing, but so could Peep. But it's a different
It's
thing.
just a different era. Like,
It's a different
Peep has
era.
to pick the beat and then figure it out. But
Yeah.
also, I feel like Kurt was like super crashed out. I think nowadays like people are passing away because of fentanyl. Like sometimes on accident. Like you're not
Right.
even really that crashed out.
Yeah.
Like Kurt was like a real geeker.
Yeah.
You know.
The
And, like,
realest one. I mean, okay, so obviously I know like his friend group, and from what I heard, they're really, really bad.
mhm.
But Elliott Smith was someone that I watched in our city. You know what I mean? I watched this.
Wait, where are you from?
I'm from LA.
Oh, okay.
So like, I watched Elliott Smith attempt to play shows,
Geek?
and well, geeked. But have you heard Elliott Smith?
No.
Oh my God. This doesn't make sense to you right now, but I swear you should go. This is the ultimate emo.
I'll listen.
I'm gonna play one song actually.
Yeah, play that shit.
Dude, this is crazy. I'm glad I get to introduce you to this on the.
You
podcast.
should put it on the podcast, like play it out loud on the side, you know?
Well, I could literally put the. Dang, there's so many good songs.
Play the biggest song or catchiest song.
Okay, this is.
Turn your love of matcha muffins
Hold on.
into money. Start selling your
Edit
digital
that out
creations on
here.
Shopify.
It's like, do you hear that? Is that in the song?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Someone's always coming around here, trailing some new kill.
Dang, this is hard.
So hard.
Says I seen your picture on $100 bill.
Dang, this is tough. Let me see.
Game of chance to hear him as one.
Where's that guy at right now?
Yeah.
Real
No way.
skill. So glad to meet you, Angela.
Elliott Smith stabbed himself in the heart.
Holy shit.
This guy would get up on stage he was the heroin addict.
You've been to his shows?
I've been to shows. There's only one I saw him play all the way through, and it was with Cool Keith.
Yeah.
So this guy has the craziest love songs. This was the ultimate heroin addict of Los Angeles. If you were my age,
You ran into him?
but we wanted to be him so bad.
That's hard.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
Everyone wanted to write this kind of music at this point in LA.
Yeah.
And he was a real
That was hard.
Oh dude. This is
Yeah,
not
he's-
even
He's hard.
Hold on. Let me just one more. Okay, here we go.
I'll fake it through the day.
I'm about to sample this shit.
Johnny Walker ran. Send the poison rain down the drain to put
But he's like
bad thoughts in my head. The 2 tickets torn in half and left, and nothing to do.
How many plays does he get?
oh my god, this one has like 2.2 million on this one. But listen, I want to explain to you something.
Yeah.
As an adult though, as I got older, I would listen when I listened to this stuff. When I listen to it now, I understand why the Peep Era people are diehard.
Yeah.
Because when this came out, this spoke to my soul.
Yeah.
And that's what he did to the kids.
Yeah. Same with Peep and Tracy.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like it doesn't matter if you could play all the instruments or if you can read music or all this thing. The point of good music, it's like a movie where it's like the zeitgeist.
Yeah.
Like it just hits at the right time and it's, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because like it's the right time. It has to be
Yeah.
the right time. Like, you drop it now and it might not be the right time.
Right. And then the thing about it too is like, he spoke to I really noticed it in Brooklyn. So like LA is like one of those things. I mean, getting people.
Bro, you don't understand. LA in 2017, 18 was different. Like,
I was here.
I know, but like you could go to Melrose and just see all the SoundCloud. Like
I used to work on
I would
Melrose.
go there and I would see like producers I know on Instagram, and we'll link up, and I'll see rappers, and it was like we shot a video there. Me, Tracy, and Peep was there. Happened to be there. Then like every SoundCloud rapper, like Warhol at the time, and
Yeah.
Famous Dex, and all these people. We all just linked up at different places on accident.
Yeah.
Xavier Wolf. That was really the pioneers too. Xavier Wolf and all them, like Sesala Water Boys, they were on and like Bones, they were on SoundCloud before we even thought about Sound. They were the real pioneers, but like no one
Right.
really like talks about that, you know?
Yeah. So it's weird too because I think people my age, they just like group it all together. They're like, that's not SoundCloud shit. You know what I mean? But like, there's some like
Bro.
serious.
That time period was so special that like now I don't know how. Like, it's funny. I was like telling someone, I was like, fuck, I want to go to therapy just to talk to the therapist and
About
be like,
it.
Why do I not enjoy listening or making music the same way I did like 5 years ago?
Right.
Or like, is it me? Am I the problem? And am I talking myself into not enjoying it? Or is it just I don't enjoy it? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But because that time was so special, like the songs that were coming out, there wasn't too many songs, but you had enough songs to keep going through. Like now it just feels like clutter. When I
Right.
hear it, it's like clutter. Even the songs are cluttered with sounds, and then there's so much music coming out that just doesn't feel like, it doesn't hit my soul.
Right.
Not even like nothing about it. A couple songs do, but
Name one that comes out recently.
bro, I can't even think of one. I don't know, bro. Nothing, bro. Nothing is impressive.
Well, Alfredo II is about to drop.
Let me check my. Let me something.
Alfredo II with Freddie Gibbs and the Alchemist is coming out this week. So
I've been listening to like.
I think
don't
I
fucking
think
know.
it's gonna hit the hardest.
Yeah, bro.
He
I've
made
been
a-
listening.
he
I've been
made a-
listening to a lot of old music, like old, like '90s, like.
Well, I'm glad I
rock.
could show you Elliott Smith. This guy has an extensive.
I could listen to that, and now that still speaks to my like.
Wait till you hear the words.
Like I'm confused, bro. Is it me or is it just the music's not the thing? 'Cause that period of 2017, 16, 18, even 15 a little bit, those years was just you can't replicate it. It was so incredible. There wasn't reels. We didn't have fast content.
Right.
It was just like you wanted to know what these rappers were doing in LA.
I still listen to full
L-
albums.
Even LA died a little bit.
Oh yeah,
There's
it's
not
dead.
no underground rap, like you can't come here. Like you could come here at that time and run into all your favorite producers, rappers in one little area on accident, and the next week your life has changed.
This is the thing too, though, because LA now has become like, let's go there and film 15-second reels in all the spots.
Yeah, no. What happened is let's go to LA and people come to LA and then they leave out of their fucking minds.
Yeah,
Like,
but that was the magic too.
that was the
in the
magic.
back- yeah,
I
in the
just
day.
think like the new generation is not built for it. Like our
no,
generation,
no.
like.
Bro, I couldn't imagine. It's like I couldn't imagine. Okay, like I couldn't imagine someone going through one night of my life from 23 to 33. One night of my life would break the fuck out of them.
Yeah, you're because
If
how
these
you
guys-
are sober, how wind up and like active you are sober, like getting shit done. I couldn't imagine being around you. Like you're probably out of your fucking mind.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna bring on. So the first one I'm gonna bring on is my ex-girlfriend. The first,
that's
the one when
hard.
I started using.
Yeah,
She said she's not gonna come because it's too far, but she doesn't know that I'm gonna Uber her, whatever. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I'll fucking fly her here.
yeah. That's hard.
She's only in Long Beach, but I'll be like, yo, get on JSX here, and then, but like,
that would be hard.
right. I'm getting this kid Robert. He was in jail with me, LA County Jail,
Yeah,
and I had to beat the fuck out of everyone to not beat him up because he was little.
yeah.
And like the thing about LA jail have you been there or no?
No, I never.
So
been
like
to
for
LA jail.
white people, not when I first started going, because when I first started going, I was skinny, strung, but I actually went to jail. Now it would be, so I just got 8 years sober 4 days ago. So it'd be about 7 years ago. I went to jail.
You went
in
to
my
jail
first year.
sober?
Yeah.
Why?
So right before I went to Salvation Army to get sober, I had this vape store and I was doing the most.
Okay.
I don't even want to like go into it recorded, but like,
yeah.
you know what I mean? So what they got me for was grand theft, embezzlement, and something else.
So you had to do your time while you're sober.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was a factor.
Hey, I know someone that.
Bro, I was doing the most burpees.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was dialed in. It was crazy because my relationship with God grew
in jail.
insanely in jail.
Yeah.
So I did get in a fight.
In jail?
I got in, well, so basically what happened is the white people, it's like you discipline your race, right? So what you do is you guys all go in the shower and like two of the younger guys will discipline the person. I went so this was like what, 33, 34 years old?
Yeah.
So I was now like an elder from our hood. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like I didn't have to do all that stuff. But what happens is if someone from your race runs to the door, which means they're like telling, like they want to get out, they're rolling it up.
Yeah.
They're basically like going PC. Like they're gonna leave the dorm. So if they run to the door at the front of the jail, your whole race has to smash you out. So it doesn't matter if you're white, black, Mexican. If they run to the door, which means that they're done being in general population, because as soon as so we all have to.
So you have to beat that guy that's running?
So all of us had to beat him up, and you can't stop even when the guards open the door. You know what I mean?
Why are
So
they
then-
beating up someone that wants to walk out? Does it make them tougher?
No, hold on, let me think. Well, like, because they're going to PC,
Yeah.
protective custody.
And they're just trying to like.
That's rats, child molesters.
Oh,
you know?
okay. So,
So
they're just,
basically, what is happening is this. And this is not what I say, but one, you're turning your back on your race
Yeah.
because you're rolling it up out of the dorm. You're
Yeah,
no
yeah.
longer gonna roll with anyone. When you get over to that side, it's a different thing.
Yeah.
You possibly could be telling. That's why you want to leave.
Yeah.
So there's something in there happening that you don't want to. So you're gonna go. You have to give them a reason why.
Yeah.
Why you just did
just
that.
you can't just be like, I want out of here.
Because if they open the door and then the cop puts you back in,
Or you're cooked.
you're cooked.
Yeah, you have to get beat up.
And you get beat up everywhere you go, every time. It follows you.
Yeah.
Just like dude, when I went to jail this time, they called me Chaz Bono. That's Sonny and Cher's daughter who transitioned to male. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that name they gave me this time, it followed me through the whole jail till I left.
Yeah.
So the same thing. If you roll it up, it seems like the jail's really big and there's Supermax and there's North. And I went all the places this last time.
How long were you in there for?
4 months.
Really?
You move a lot. You move a lot.
Yeah.
4 months in LA
4
County
months in LA
is a lot
County
of
is a
time.
long time.
It is. I've
My
done
12
9.
12 hours in the fucking holding cell felt like the entirety of my life.
So check it out. So when I went to jail sober this time, though, dude, when I went to the hole, I just got close with God.
Was there? Ooh, I farted. Was there? Cut that out.
I hope it doesn't smell in here.
No, I won't smell. I don't smell when I fart. Hey, what was there meetings in jail?
They do, but it's like once a month.
Well,
I mean, your dorm has to get picked. You know what I mean? They don't let all the dorms go. I think I went to maybe 1 or 2.
Yeah.
I read the Bible.
Yeah, facts.
And like the crazy thing is when you're someone like us, too,
Yeah.
like where maybe that's not your thing,
Yeah.
but you're on that spiritual path, even though that it's hard to understand the words written in the Bible, you start to see the direct correlations between the big book and the Bible.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you got to
100%.
read enough because it's like you read pages and pages of, I mean, it's this thick.
Yeah.
There's a lot of filler.
No,
People
there's
that,
a lot
dude,
of. I read the Bible.
people that are in Alcoholics Anonymous, if you are lucky enough to drink your life into an unmanageable state and you walk through that door, you are so lucky that there's the dummy's guide to spirituality.
So yeah, literally, it's like spirit. It's literally for dumb people. Like you can't fuck this. You can't turn
mess
it
it
down.
up.
Like it's for the person that is so stubborn. Here's your pathway to God for the most stubborn person on earth.
Dude, this is why I think, and I mean, this is no like, here's the thing. I love organized religion for people who need it. Because I needed AA. You know what I mean? People that are happy going, I have nothing against them. I know some people have this thing against Christianity or this or all. I have nothing against them. You know why too? Because I see how easy it would be to interpret the Bible any way you ever could fucking want to.
Yep.
Because you don't understand the words, you don't understand why they're telling the stories, you don't understand the places, these things you never. So it's so easy
Yeah.
to interpret the Bible any way you please. There's so much of it. AA, I mean, with the big book, it's so cut and dry. It's like, this is the doctors. This is what doctors think.
Yeah.
Here's my story.
Yeah.
And then here's how the fuck it works.
Yeah.
Now, if you don't
Here's-
believe and you don't even believe in spirituality, let me just write this chapter to the atheist that goes to everyone.
Yeah. I was about to say that.
You know what I mean? It's like that chapter was probably, I fucking cracked the book believing in God. And then that chapter just solidified my belief.
Yep.
Earlier,
I didn't believe in God before I got up.
but why?
You know the part in the book where it talks about like every man or woman has a fundamental idea of God.
Yeah.
Like I related with that though, because there would be times when I was younger, like even as a child, like a kid, and if I said swear to God, but I was lying to the homies,
Right.
like, you know when you're with your friends,
Yeah.
you're like I swear, bro,
Yeah.
I swear I saw a helicopter. We'll say the dumbest things.
Yeah.
I did feel a sense of guilt or like fear, because I thought maybe there is a creative, like it says, creative intelligence or something that made me. I don't know.
Right.
So that was it was. I've always, when I read that line, I was like, damn, they're right. Like you said, it's for the dummies, this most stubborn guy. I was the most stubborn guy coming in, and like you couldn't tell me nothing, even though I had nothing.
Right.
Nothing going on.
Yeah.
I just fucked up like the best career in the world.
If you were to draw it back to the reason, is there a reason why? What is What was your first interactions with God, religion, anything? Is your family?
No, my first interaction with like religion was my dad talking about going to Catholic school and how he hated it. And he said it was just some weird stuff. And
My dad too.
But my dad believed in a God, but he was also just like really hated on religion.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, it's your dad, so whatever your dad says, it's like my dad knows everything, you
Right.
know? And then that's it. That's really it. Maybe my grandma, but I don't know. She was like a psychic and shit. I don't know. That's kind of like some demon shit.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like I didn't really have any encounter with God up until, I would see a lot of like the news, and my dad was like always watching the news, and like I would see these wars and religious wars, and I would blame like religion, just fucking these people are, and I had this huge resentment towards this any type of religion. But then my first interaction with God, where I seen God like working in my life, was I was in a treatment center in Florida, and then like I just got in trouble by this guy. Like one of the texts got me in trouble with this girl, and he was like, "Bro, you're not focused on your recovery." And I said, like, "How can I focus on my recovery?" And he said, "Just go read this book." It was the big book.
Right.
And I'm reading the book, and like I just felt so hopeless because I was relating with like so much lines in the book, about how we replace one for the other. It's talking about, I think, more about alcoholism. I think. And I'm just reading like Bill's story, and it says like, there's so much it says. It talks about how like he realized that in the alcoholic or addict, the will becomes so weak, but in other aspects of life, they're pretty strong-willed. And I was like, man, I built up this amazing career, but when it came to drugs and alcohol, I was so weak. I like had no control. I was so powerless.
Yeah.
And I'm reading this in this treatment center after not believing in nothing. I really didn't have a plan to stay sober forever. I was just like, I'm gonna go there for 30 days and come back home.
Yeah.
And so, bro, I was so hopeless. I hit my knees, and then I just prayed for the first time. Like I don't know what I said. Like I just prayed to not. I still didn't really believe too much.
Yeah.
I was just doing it because I heard people tell me to do that, and from there on, I don't think I stopped.
Right.
I kept praying.
Mine was, dude. I mean, here's the thing. So this is my with God was this. My grandma O'Connell believed in God so much that I fucking believed that there was God, and she believed in Jesus Christ so much.
I believe in Jesus Christ right now.
So now what happened is as I'd go through life, I just believed that God did work for people, but not me.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say by like 28, I was like, I'm just done with the idea of like this guy just doesn't hear
What I want.
Well, no, not even that, but it's like, I'm like, please, like this is dead ass what my prayers became. Please, God, let me fucking overdose. Please.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, cause I'm like, I'm not even asking. Like sometimes I remember too being like, please God, let me get $20 a day. You know what I mean? Like that's all, just $20. I'm good for the whole day.
Hey, that shit will come true sometimes.
And
too.
it does, dude. I swear. I mean, it's like, eventually when you get to this point, you're like, oh, this motherfucker put me through all the stuff.
Yeah.
And then now I get to have this very fruitful life because even if I just wake up indoors now, I'm grateful. You know what I mean? Like, I remember too here when everyone's like, because like now, I mean, I got a nicer car. But I remember when everyone's like, why don't you get, and I'm like, a Kia Soul is nice. What do you mean? Like even right now when I was just driving it again, I was like, dude, this car is nice still.
Yeah.
Because like you just go so long with literally having nothing.
Yeah.
Like the majority of my life, I've had nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Me too.
Like,
even with the success I had.
But this is the thing I'm saying. Like I'll go eat at the Midnight Mission. I'll just lay on the sidewalk on you know what I mean? Like I didn't have to have a bed.
You were a real tweaker. Too.
Yeah. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like anything now is like, and it's the same thing too. When I do things, I'm like, let's put it all on red. Because why not? The worst that could happen is you probably will have all these people that support you, Trey,
Yeah.
Narek, Ryan. So what if I lose everything? They'll be like, go sleep on my couch
Facts.
until you get back on top.
Damn, that's some real shit.
So why not just every day approach it by putting every fucking thing into it?
But okay, can I ask you something?
Yeah.
You ever? But okay, how do you wake up and you don't ever wake up and just feel like, damn, I'm tired. I don't want to do nothing.
Well, so like that's the thing. At the beginning of this year, when all this stuff happened, breaking up,
Yeah.
not being with Malachi, there was 3 weeks of why am I even alive? And I think when you're someone like me who's actually attempted suicide 3 times,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's really dark. It's a dark place to be because I started thinking. I remember week 1 of being out here, which was exactly like a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I remember week 1 being out here and being like, how do I honorably die so that Malachi doesn't have to have a dad who killed himself?
Yeah.
Because like, I want to go out a factor.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, how am I going to just like, do I just drive off something?
Nah,
Do
that's
I,
not
like,
hard.
I know,
enough.
but listen, it's not, and it wasn't. But I think all the things, like maybe you could go somewhere like, maybe just take the rest of the money you have, go out to Thailand and like die some warrior's death. You know, like something crazy.
Or
you want to know what I was at?
or-
You want to know when I thought?
Or just go to Thailand.
Yeah, but listen, because I didn't want to, that's the thing though. I go to Thailand would be awesome. I love Thailand. It's amazing.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to live.
Yeah.
Because
That's
I'm like, I'm not going to go months without my initial reaction to this was I'm never seeing my son again.
Yeah, your head's telling you it's
I'm
all
like,
over.
yeah, I lost everything. Like I'm literally thinking you have nothing. And that's what I'm saying. Now, a year later, when you're like, do you ever just wake up? I've woken up. Here's the thing. I wake up without steam someday.
Yeah,
And
that's what I
okay,
wanted
listen,
to ask
you want to know what I do?
What do you do?
I'll
when
tell you right now.
Yeah.
When I don't have steam, I don't come to work. I go get a massage. I go back to my house, a real massage.
Yeah.
I go get a real massage at this place that massages me really good. I go back to my house, I sleep, I get up, I eat something good, I drink water, and then maybe I'll come in here.
But
So the days when I run out of steam, I don't even try to push it. I go have a relaxing day.
But see, this is the difference, I think, from you and me. You don't have like a bunch of weird ass hobbies and shit.
Well, I mean, until I hurt my knee, I was doing.
Well, you have Muay Thai, but like
I don't have it now.
you don't play video games and shit. It's like
No,
sometimes I
because
just wake
this
up
is-
and I want to waste my life on the video game. It's so satisfying. It feels like I'm playing a sport.
So like making merch for these companies,
That's your hobby.
it's not.
Oh.
Making that and designing things and like putting things and putting those crystals on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's my shit. Now, I want to say like 6.5 years ago, I came back to working with Cosmo. I was making dresses, that's the real thing I like to do.
Yeah.
I like someone to be like, come make me this thing that's impossible.
Yeah.
Which it's like, it's a little harder to, it's harder to stay in the lifestyle that I like to live at this point, which is so weird because like I said, I mean, I could have nothing, but at this point, since I got some stuff, I want to do it all.
Yeah, I know.
I want to taste all the foods. I want to taste all the things. I want to go to all the restaurants. I want to go to all the places. I want to wake up and drive to San Diego, wake up and go to Arizona, to Texas. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I just wanna
have the
do-
freedom to do it.
yeah, I just want to do all the things. I love Los Angeles. I fucking love.
Why?
I love everything about it. I love Silver Lake and the culture. I like the secret stairs there. All these little things in
Secret
Silver Lake.
stairs?
Yeah, they have it all throughout. There's gardens and all these things. The stairs are painted. They're beautiful. I could go, you know what I mean? When I'm not doing something, I could go do those things.
Yeah.
Like, I love going to downtown LA. I love going looking at garments. I love going looking at fabrics. I love eating hot dogs off the side of the road. I love eating the Peruvian food off the side of
Facts.
the
You're cooking.
Dude, I love LA. There's a place that makes a breakfast burrito and they make the cheese every day from scratch.
Where's that?
It's a truck that's like one street behind Main. It's only
See, but
one.
hold on. because I was gonna say I was like, I don't like LA, but
I love
then I
the
realized
people. I love
it's
the
just
women.
me saying that. If I say it enough that I don't like LA, or I don't like making music, or I don't like doing this, I start believing I don't like it.
Yeah, I know. I'm segueing
But
in.
what
I'm
you're
about
saying-
to hit your ass with a
But
segue
what
about
you're
music.
what you're saying is, I love this. I love that. And the more you say I love that, it sounds like you actually love that. And it
Dude,
makes it easier to go do all the things you like to
I
do.
love going to Muay Thai and all the people there and the community they've created. I love coming to this place and watching people recover. I love going to the fucking meetings and watching people walk in with nothing and have
Facts.
houses. There's so much shit I
Facts.
love about LA. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love the artists that come from LA. I fucking think they're the best. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I love Lefty Gunplay because there's nothing else could have made him but LA. You know what I mean? Like, dude,
the random lefty gunplay shot.
right.
That's
It's like,
hard.
dude, it's just like, cause it's just like I know what this city is capable. It just creates greatness. If this city don't break you, you're gonna be the greatest thing to ever introduce yourself to the fucking world.
Yeah.
I love Burbank. I love Bob's Big Boy.
No,
I like Toluca
Burbank.
Lake. You know what I mean? I grew up in Burbank. I think it's awesome.
Have you been to Palmdale?
I don't think I mean, I've
Palmdale's
gone
LA County.
through.
Go hang out there. I think you'll find.
But I
something-
just want to
You'll love it there.
Well, you would have to take me there. Someone would have to show me because here it's like, dude, I love Hollywood.
there. We should go to Palmdale,
listen.
Lancaster.
When I was younger, I used to ride my bike over the Barham Pass. Right?
Yeah.
It's the most dangerous fucking place you could walk. But I would be doing this as a little kid. I'd ride my bike over the Barham Pass. I'd go all the way down to Hollywood Boulevard. I'd go to the Shakey's, and I'd watch the prostitutes walk up to the car. I had no clue what was going on as
That's
a little
hard.
kid. I just knew they had the biggest heels, the shiniest clothes, the nicest boobs, the reddest lipstick, the fucking most aquanetted hair. You know what
What's
I mean?
aquanetted?
It's a hairspray,
okay.
Aquanet.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like it was. I saw him walking up. I saw the guys dropping him off. I saw him smoking the cigarettes. You know what I mean?
You're like, that's about to be me one day.
Yeah. Well, like that's the thing is like dude. It's like I love it. There's not one part of LA, and I'm sure if I went to Lancaster or wherever with anyone that actually
hard.
showed me
It's hard.
that I'd like it. San Diego is not the greatest. The beach is beautiful. Some of the places have a little bit of culture. Oceanside's, very cultured now comparatively. I didn't know about it. North Park, Hillcrest. Dude, I love West Hollywood.
I've been to
I think West Hollywood is literally
Magnet's calling.
one of the. Tell him we're deep in.
Yo, you're on the
watch.
podcast.
He's gonna watch the best episode he's ever seen in his life.
Listen to me.
What are you doing?
This shit was so ass. This movie, bro.
What movie?
Superman.
MacNed
bro.
was supposed to be on the podcast, and he went to a
This
fucking
shit
movie.
was garbage.
Garbage.
There's your
Hey,
Superman
where are you
review.
at right now? Pull up with his in. I don't got one.
Bro, come on,
His
bro.
girl is not letting him pull up, bro.
Bro thinks I'm Zen delivery service.
I bought him some Zen coffee ones.
Dang.
Yeah, he did. He walked in. He kind of did it with swag too. He walked in my office and he said, "What's up? Are these rare?" And then
Bro, try to find anything rare. I
Yeah.
love it. Is there a market, Brandon? If you bring anything to Brandon, he's like, "Is there a market in this?
Yeah.
Is this sellable?"
bro's about to start Zen Mart.
Trash in.
Hold on though, we're cooking right now, dude. We're in one of the best episodes ever made.
All right.
I'm gonna segue in to hit you with this, dude. Cause okay,
Yeah, segue into it.
I am, cause I've heard this, and I think I even watched it in a reel. But you were talking about like not the like just not being into what you're doing. You are like in 2018. You said, what year was it?
I loved music up 2016, 17, 18, and then 19. Obviously, I got sober at the end of 19, and then I started liking music again in 22, and
Right.
then 24, end of 24 to now. It's like
So you're saying in this interview, you said staying sober brought focus. I'm way more intentional with beats, mixes, everything. You can tell when you're locked in versus spacing out. This is from a recent interview about you talking about sobriety and how it's impacted your music. So you're just saying you're more locked in now. You know what you're doing, but you're just not enjoying it.
Exactly. Like when I do it, I'm better at it. Like 100%. Like I was ass then. And now like I'm good at what I'm doing and I could lock in when I want to lock in. But it's just like, it's even from just 2022, like I was sober in 22.
Is that when you did that? You said
No,
that? Or
but
that's recent.
That was
interview?
recent, I think. Something
Yeah.
I said something similar to that, but
It's like within one of the last 3 posts you did.
yeah.
From
But in 2022, I was locked in and I enjoyed it. I woke up and was like excited, kind of.
Yeah.
When I did it consistently every day. Once I stopped falling off with that consistency, it was harder to get back into it. But now it's just like with music, I like to hear shit and then like especially like current shit. I don't like to like go back and listen to oldies or old songs and get inspired. I like to hear new shit coming out and be like, oh, this is exciting. I want to be a part of this.
Right.
And if that's not happening, it's just like, and I'm finding so much other enjoyments also on the side of music, like things I want to do with my life. Like I low-key want to go back to school.
Yeah, do it.
Like I just want to. Like I feel it right here. And when I feel it right there, I'm like, this is a good idea.
Going back to school is fun.
Yeah, and I want to I like doing the fighting thing, and I like doing fitness. I want to get into fitness and maybe one day, like help people get fit one day.
I want to really fight so bad.
I want to do it one time.
Me too.
I want to feel the nerves going in there. I want to feel the accomplishment, whether you win or lose after, and say, I walked through it and I'm okay. Even if you're not okay, you go to hospital, chill. But being able to walk through it and that fear.
Well, it's just like this too, because like it's everything anyone's ever told me. This one, that if I don't heal my knee, I know that there is some reality to what Trey or other people have said, which is you go into a fight weighing what you weigh right now, that's going to be the biggest motherfucker in the world.
Yeah.
But at the same time, from my history of fighting on the streets, it's always that. I've never
always your
been that
size?
big.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like I've been big, but when you talk about my weight when people my weight are like
They're
6'4",
tall, yeah.
and they're stacked.
You just have to come in.
It's just I think I could get good enough because I have it in me.
Yeah.
To where will train and that, and there's the thing about like, one, I want to prove everyone wrong with everything I ever do.
Bro, you should be boxing though now that your knees hurt.
But dude, it's still
You don't need to
here's
be
the
throwing
thing.
kicks.
This is the thing. The doctor said stop for 1 month. I've been stopped because I was trying to hike up the hills, do the
Bro,
things.
but you could still box.
Bro, I'll hurt myself.
No, you won't.
I'm ready to box. I'm ready.
Doctors are always talking out.
I'm
their ass.
ready. No, but I think there's some reality too, because it feels so much better.
But you
like
gotta
I was
start-
I was trying to bench. I remember this one time, so I was pushing off the bench with my leg. I just remember pushing and my knee going, oh my God.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is from a fucking bench.
Yeah.
Like I heard it again.
But when are you gonna start doing anything again?
I'm ready.
Oh, okay.
I mean, one thing is I'm thinking about doing one more thing of the peptides.
Yeah.
Because I actually do feel 1 week on it, a big increase in, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think I'll do one more, maybe 2 more things, keep it going, you know what I mean? And then I think I'm good. I think I actually been thinking the last 7 days, why don't I just go back in and take it easy? The day I hurt my knee was right after Trey fought, and I went in, and I know it was only a burpee, but I went into that thing going, I'm going to fight. I was fired up, and I was just going too hard. I was running my fastest around the circle. I was doing the hardest burpees.
You gotta chill.
Yeah, my knee was already hurt, and I should have been chilling.
Hey, when you train, you get really into it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. I mean, that, dude, it's everything.
Everything you do is like, ah.
Yeah. It's like, even when it's like
You could just feel the gratitude, like, I'm actually living life finally.
Right.
I'm just like the type that's like, I'm the dude that's sober, that's just like so ungrateful sometimes, and I have to snap myself like, bro, you fucking spoiled bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I mean, everybody goes through it.
Yeah. I'm just hating on myself.
The thing too is like, so every day, like I said, when I'm like going all in, pushing myself to the limit, going the hardest, at a certain point of the day, I'm like, why the fuck am I doing this?
Yeah.
So it happens to everyone, even the most grateful person. But it's like, and then you start to realize like, oh, I'm doing it so that this happens less. Because I'm going to push through it. I'm not going to get loaded. I'm going to fucking make this happen.
Bro, I think that this year I'm almost year 6 sober. God willing, in a couple months.
Yeah.
And this has been like this last year 5 has probably been the hardest I've grinded. Like just every day waking up, getting to it. You know? Like I had money before, so I wasn't really. I had like a savings account. I was spending like most of my sobriety.
Right.
And I would just sit on my ass, bro. Like I could have made beats. I could have done things. It would just be like sit on my ass until nighttime and go to meetings.
Right.
And I wasn't that happy because like I don't think I was like, I don't think that's like practicing spiritual principles at all. But this time I'm like, whether it's with work or fitness, beats, everything, I'm fucking grinding. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So here's like on the last interview you did too, you were saying master your tools, FL Studios or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Learn branding and networking.
Yeah.
Keep it simple. You said this earlier. Are you doing all that stuff to make music, dude? Because you got to think about it. If you're telling new this was your advice for up and coming producers. Mm-hmm. Are you doing all that stuff? Are you actively out there
right
networking
now,
trying to find it, trying to make yourself?
Nowadays, bro, not as of recently, I feel like it's just not the same networking. Networking I was talking about in there is so in that interview I talked about.
Melrose?
Nah, it's not like you can't do that now. Hey, you got that? Networking now means going on Instagram. So what I said in that is I was saying go on Instagram, find producers you fuck with, make loops for them, and send them or whatever. You know, it's hitting people up on Instagram.
Yeah.
And hitting up rappers, but mainly finding out who produced that song for that rapper, and then hitting up that producer like, hey, I got loops for you. I'm not doing that now.
Right.
But I'm saying I was doing that and do that now. That's how people are hitting me up.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
So
but I'm just on
have
a different shit. I wanna do some different shit.
Do you even want to be? Is there any dream collab that you have that you want to work with someone? I feel like we got solid
can
gold
I say
here.
something?
Yeah, go ahead and say, because you're gonna. Here's this. Just
like
take us out with this.
I feel like if people fart and it stinks, they
my god!
I think that shit is weird. I can't trust that shit. Your farts.
My farts
stink.
stink.
You should have control over how you smell.
I don't know how.
I just tell myself that shit's not gonna stink. It doesn't stink. I'm just what?
Mike wants me to drop a beat and let him rap. You ready? Yeah? All right. Here. Let me get the beat.
What beat are you gonna play?
What beat do you want?
I don't know.
He's gonna freestyle right now. I'm gonna let him. Introduce yourself. Oh wait, what the hell?
Is it live right now?
You're live.
Yeah, what's up? My name's Young Mike. I go by Michael Thompson. I'm new into recovery, and I've been struggling, but I'm definitely ready to get back on my feet. So.
What's the hardest part of recovery? Early recovery.
The hardest part?
Yep.
Mostly just dealing with my mental.
Yeah.
You know, my mental has been fucked up lately.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like I can recover. You know what I mean? I just gotta stay on the right path and not let my emotions get to me. You know?
Right.
Yeah. It's hard, but you know, it's not impossible.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's one thing I'm working on. You know?
Yeah. I mean, for me, I had to write it out, and I had to do things that I didn't want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Boring shit.
Yeah.
Uncomfortable shit, you know?
For sure. That's how it be sometimes.
And for me, what I did when I first... Bro, you know when I first got sober, that first year, I barely... Like, I put music to the side, and I said, I'm going to do this shit, and I'm going to fucking stay sober no matter what.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's hard, though, sometimes.
It's super hard.
I get it, bro. You know?
You can drop that beat for him whenever you want.
Let's hear it.
Right, bet.
Wait. Why can't I hear it?
Probably gotta turn it up.
I have to put the mic into it, huh?
Yeah, you just press it down. It's gonna go in his headphones, and they're gonna hear it.
This the beat right here? Alright, bet we live?
Yeah, live.
Hey. Yeah. That's
I love the hiccups.
hold on, rhyme me from the top one more time.
Hey,
Hey. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. I've been living too fast, need to slow down. Popping all these pills, had me moving around. Yeah, I'm sipping lean and it got me moving slow. Gotta quit these drugs before I overdose. Hey, yeah, I'm ballin' like it's 2K. Shorty tryna shoot a scene like it's Blu-ray. Duck her face like some fucking toothpaste. Wait, no, hold on.
Hey, that was hard.
I said, hey. Hold on, run me from the top. One more time.
That was hard.
One more time. I'm gonna try to come up with some L shit. Let's get it.
That's your camera too. If you want to look right at it.
Oh, that's what I look at? Alright, bet. Show me one from the top. One more time. Yeah. Yeah. I've been on my grind. Hustling every day, trying to shine. Yeah, I'm ballin' like I'm Scottie Pippen. Pull up on the scene, all these niggas sneak dissing. I ain't got the time for the games. Swerving through these lanes like I'm Tory Lanez. Smoking on this gas, got me feeling high. Smoking on this gas, feeling like I'm about to die. But I gotta stay strong, gotta hustle. Pull up on the scene, never pull a muscle. I said I be on my grind, trying to hit the top. But all these haters hit my line, trying to block all my blessings. So I'm never stressing. Said I'm ballin' like I'm in a different. Hold on, I gotta get a flow.
Nah, you cooked. Hey, nah, you cooked a couple times there, bro.
Yeah, I just gotta get into.
Hey, the
some shit.
what you say about the toothpaste? That was a bar.
That was a bar?
Yeah, you might have to. Oh shit! You might have to save that one.
Alright, let me try one more time and I'm done. I just want to get some ill shit. Hold on, let me try to see if I got some shit written. Hold on. I know I got some ill shit written real quick. Is my phone over there? Oh no, I got it. Alright, bet. Let's see. Probably got some shit I could spit real quick. That's right.
Let's see.
That's a
Same
hard
beat?
Let's see if we can do another beat. And then
Just
after
clicking
this,
random beats.
yeah, I'm gonna try to pick some ill shit I could spit real quick. Let's see.
What's this? I should do one of my beats, but I don't know how to.
Bet.
Let's see. I'll play something for you.
Alright, bet. Let's get it.
Let's see.
Hey,
My tooth hurts so bad right now, bro.
I feel you.
Hold on.
Now you chilling. Hey. Yeah. This beat right here. Alright. Yeah. Yeah. Pipe me down. Moving too fast. Doing drugs, living too fast. Yeah, I gotta chill. But you know I'm bothering. Hold on.
I'm gonna keep going through them.
Alright, bet.
We need some simple shit.
Yeah, cause that's just like a little. Hold on, I think I might have a beat for you. Try this beat. I'm gonna airdrop it to you. After this, we done. I just want to make sure I come up with some shit. How you do airdrop? You just send it to like. Let me see how this beat sounds. Yeah, cause they got airdrop.
Maybe so be fire.
That beat right there.
It's just kind of hard.
All right, bro, let's get it.
Nah, but it sounds like it's hard to rap on though. Ah, the fucking bell I added
Yeah.
killed it.
We could do one more and then I'll figure.
One more than you call it. I look at
Yeah, then we up. Yeah. I said, huh? Yeah. Hey. Yeah.
Wait, what is this? Oh no, I don't fuck with this. I was making Detroit shit one day.
For real?
Yeah.
We still live, right? But alright, let me try to go crazy. Yeah. Hey, yeah, hey. Got me too high, high up on the sky. Shorty it down, shorty looking fine. Swerving through the headlines, I ain't got the time. Yeah, I'm ballin' like I'm Scottie Pippen. Shooting threes like I'm, hey. I said I be ballin' every day. For what niggas gotta say, cause I'm ballin' every day. I said, yeah, fuck, I gotta really think. One more time, bro, and it's my last time. I just gotta see if I got
Now you
something.
snapped earlier though.
I just wanna see if I have something written. Like, hold on, let me see. I know I got something written.
That shit was hard. I forgot about this beat.
I'm trying to see if I got something like shit. Like...
Hey, watch how this beat comes in.
Alright, bet. Let me see.
You hear it? Watch this.
Bet. Let me see. Let me see. Hey.
This is when I was like listening to like too much Ken Carson.
This shit's hard as fuck though. I said.